After seeing Barcelona have a huge win against Villarreal, where Barcelona did win 3-0, it was a very convincing win, I would say, but many ideas have begun to flow through to many Barcelona fans, through many Barcelona players and the Barcelona coach. Because not only did we get a win against Villarreal that did end up being 3-0, but we do have some answers. Because look, for the first time within the past 4 years, we finally have a coach that is willing to take that big step. What Xavi Hernández has been doing in the past 2 games has been something phenomenal. He was basically saying, look, all of these captains that you guys have named a few months ago, which is Sergi Roberto, Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Sergio Busquets, these players are not going to be in my plans. Like, I don't care if these 4 players are considered as the captains of FC Barcelona. They're not going to be getting no minutes at all, as long as my current players that I do want are 100% fit, and that is exactly what we have been seeing. Xavi Hernández really wants to step away from these 4 players, and so this is exactly what Xavi Hernández has decided this season. Now look, anybody and any coach can come into Barcelona and say, okay, these players are not going to be playing, I want these specific players to come into my starting 11. Anybody can do that. But the question, and the big question, is this: can you take out these players that has brought you so much success in the past 15 years and then introduce a better 11, a better starting 11 that can bring better results and bring you trophies? That is the biggest question, and that has been the biggest thing that Xavi Hernández had to go through. And yes, I think that it is safe to say that Xavi Hernández has finally begun to find the solution and to come out with a 11 that does not consist of Busquets or Alba or Pique or Sergi Roberto. He's bringing out a 11 that can bring results and bring dominance all over the pitch. And so the fact that Xavi Hernández has nailed it, like he finally found the formula towards not having these 4 players at all and bringing in a different starting 11 that can bring in great results, the fact that this coach has nailed it within his first 4 months, in his first full official season, that is amazing. And this 11 that we have been seeing, right, that does consist of Frankie, Gavi, Pedri, Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, and so forth, it does have so much potential to grow. Like the 11 that we did see against Villarreal, we have not seen its ceiling. Like, I think that what we have right now, it is at 70% of what it could be, of its potential. And for the first time ever, which does make me very happy, by the way, for the first time ever, this Barcelona squad has fought for the ball and fought for the win 100% through these 90 minutes. Like, over the past 2 or 3 years, sometimes Barcelona were dominant for like 10 minutes. Sometimes Barcelona were dominant within the last 10 to 15 minutes of the game. But within this match, for the first time ever, every player was fighting for the ball from minute 1 to minute 90. And it was with players that consist of, again, Ferran Torres, Ansu, Gavi, Frankie. And to be very honest, when it comes to this midfield that we're talking about here, Gavi, Pedri, and Frankie, they were the heart and brain of what Barcelona showcased against Villarreal at the Camp Nou. And the reason why I am talking about this, it is because of this. There was a report that did surface earlier today that stated, coming from Moisés Llorens, Barcelona have started planning for next season without their current 4 captains, Busquets, Pique, Alba, and Sergi Roberto. Then he continues to say, contracts of Busquets and Sergi Roberto end in 2023, while Pique and Alba, their contracts do end in 2024. Sergi Roberto's versatility is valued by Xavi, but the club wants to sign a new right back and a new midfielder in the summer, if not, and if possible, in January. So we knew this already. We knew that Barcelona wants to step away from Busquets and Sergi Roberto, especially when they knew that their contracts are going to be ending in the summer of 2023. And when it comes to Jordi Alba and Gerard Piqué, even though their contracts do end in the summer of 2024, the fact that they want these players out, it makes complete sense. Barcelona want to cut ties with these veterans as early as possible. When it comes to Piqué, right, let's get a little Piqué focus right now, because right now there's a lot of heat going around this player's name. Piqué has said before that if he does not play for Barcelona no more and Barcelona no longer need his services, he would just retire. He does not want to play for a different team, nor is he interested in playing for like Manchester United or Inter Milan or wherever it may be. I strongly believe that Barcelona is in safe hands. Even if Barcelona do not sign a single new center back for the next 2 years, we're going to be in safe hands. We have Christensen, who plays so well for this team, Ronald Araujo and Eric Garcia and Koundé, all phenomenal center backs that Xavi Hernández fully does trust. And to be very honest, again, I feel very safe with these 4 players. I don't even think that Barcelona should be signing a different and new center back. I think that we should only be focusing on these current options as of now, because if we talk about Gerard Piqué, right, he is in a much different place. If I'm going to be very honest with you, I just do not see him the same. Like, his commitment is not there. I just do not see the determination. Look, he's 35 years old. Maybe his desire to win trophies is out. Like, he has no fire inside him and he just wants to complete his career as soon as possible. We do not know what's going on in his mind, but it just seems like his desire to win is not there at all. He never seems interested every time he's on the pitch, and he looks half awake. And there was this video that surfaced on the media that was basically showing that Pique was warming up, but not really warming up. He was just walking, standing, looking at the game. Meanwhile, we saw players like Rafinha, Dembele warming up, working hard, making sure that we're running back and forth, making sure that they don't encounter a single injury. And then again, you can just see Pique like not doing a single thing, not really even caring about whether he's going to be warmed up or not. He just was very concentrated on going into the pitch, and that could have been very hurtful for Barcelona in the last 10 minutes. So it was very irresponsible. And again, I have no idea, and many of us do have no idea what he is going through. Of course, he's probably going through some problems that is off the pitch, maybe some relationship issues. These are things that I do not want to talk about because I only like to talk about football here. But there are some things that he is probably going through, and that's okay as long as Pique is not in the image of what Xavi Hernandez is currently trying to build. I just do not want to see Pique on the pitch no more, but I do wish him health and peace everywhere else within his life. And then you look at Jordi Alba, I have no idea what's going to be happening with this player. Barcelona, most likely they're going to be saying, we do not want you no more. And I'm talking about like later down the road, maybe in the summer of 2023, and maybe he just might go to a team like LAFC. I would love for Jordi Alba to come to LAFC to join Bale and Vela. And so that is it, right? Like that is what Barcelona basically do want to do. Again, going to Gerard Piqué, there's a lot of emphasis on this player because Ferran Correas has also said that Barcelona want to reach an agreement with Piqué about his departure, even though his contract only ends in June 2024. So now that's going to lead me towards the next phase of this video. Now knowing that it is official, that yes, there's a lot of heat going on within the board. Yes, there is decisions being made. Yes, there is a plan in place without these four captains. What could that Barcelona team look like by next year? What does Xavi Hernandez really want? Now, I'm going to be putting out a very optimistic starting 11. Like, I believe that Barcelona will be making very big signings within these next 6 to 10 months. And I'm just going to go based off what we have heard, because the only thing that we have been hearing is Barcelona wanting to bring in a big profile in the right back position. And so that one player could be someone like Trent. Yes, it is Trent. I think that Trent will be coming to this club. No, I do not think that it is true that Trent is a bad player. Many of you guys on Twitter like to say that Trent is a bad player. I do not think so. Let's have some context. We have to remember, if a team does play bad, many of the players within that team are also going to be playing bad, right? It's common sense. If Liverpool is not doing well, if they're losing games, if they're tying games in the league and they're not doing well in the Champions League, of course, players like Trent is going to be suffering. But that does not mean that Trent is a bad player. Like, Trent literally had world-class performances 2 years ago, and that was when, obviously, when Liverpool were also world-class. If Trent comes to this Barcelona team under Xavi Hernandez, knowing that Barcelona are going to be in a much better position to compete and become a team that can perform at a very high level, Trent is also going to be that right back that many of us once knew a few years ago. And Trent is the perfect profile when it does come to what Xavi wants from his right back. Trent is that player that knows how to cross into the box, find players like Lewandowski. It would be something so crazy to see. I just cannot see why people do not want to see someone like Trent come into this defensive line. And then our center back pairing being Ronald Araujo and Koundé with Alejandro Balde on the left back position. As for our midfield, looking at what we have been seeing, I want to see Frenkie de Jong continue to grow in this pivot position, with Gavi and Pedri being those interiors. Congrats to Gavi again for winning his second individual trophy. Yes, he has won the Golden Boy Award, which basically means that yes, Pedri has won the Copa Trophy in 2021. He has won the Golden Boy Trophy in 2021. And then now we have Gavi winning those two titles also, but in 2022. We have two Golden Boys. Isn't that crazy? How do you want to step away from something like this? I can only see Gavi and Pedri starting in Xavi's Barcelona for the next 5 to 10 years. And with Frankie being there and becoming the next great pivot for FC Barcelona. And when it comes to the front three, I actually do expect to see Ansu Fati on the left with Lewandowski starting, and then having Messi on the right wing position coming in for free. You guys can say that Messi is no longer needed. I understand why you're saying that. I have complete understanding, by the way, but I just think that Messi is always going to be Messi. It is a for sure signing that will be impactful. You cannot tell me and say that other players like Salah or someone like Dembele or someone like Rafinha or someone like Sané can just come into this club and play better than Messi on the right wing. It's just impossible. Messi has been playing for this club before PSG for the past 15 years. So this signing makes complete sense. And no, Messi does not have to be starting in every game nor play the full 90 minutes. We can still have Dembele, Rafinha coming into those areas on the right wing and taking Messi out. We can still have Ferran Torres come in for Ansu Fati and play on the left wing. There's so many things that you could do. Yes, I still think that we're going to be having a front three of Messi, Lewandowski, and Ansu, with our bench being Rafinha, Dembele, and Ferran Torres. It makes complete sense because I just do not see any team ever just having 4 to 5 attackers as options and going through that season. That is not enough. You need a total of 6. Just look at how many competitions we have to play. So again, it does make complete sense to be having something like this. It would be world class. We will be dominant in all areas. Yes, I know that I have missed out on players like Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva can also be on the bench or even starting. So we could see Frenkie de Jong, Gavi, and Pedri start. Maybe in another game, we can have Gavi rested. Bernardo Silva plays with Pedri and Frenkie, or maybe even Bernardo Silva, Pedri, and Gavi, with Bernardo Silva acting as the pivot for FC Barcelona. You could do so many things, which is why I just cannot wait for next season. So those are going to be my thoughts. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Let me know what type of critiques you would make from this starting 11. What signings do you see happening in the near future? Let me know in the comment sections down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.